friends, welcome. Today I'm going to be finishing up with the fireplace and mantle, becoming the focal point of this living room. And I'm going to do that by using color, detail, and texture. The color we have in place by the faux tile that's already surrounding the fireplace. The texture is on the mantle. And I'm also going to bring in some border trim that I picked up from a local hardware store and affix that to the mantle so that it draws the eye in. So let's get started.
Most of the items used in today's DIY were common household items, so I didn't have to go out and buy much. For those items that I did have to purchase, I listed the price as well. To avoid my wood from splitting, I taped all the ends of the board with painter's tape and marked my cuts.
That's clean. Flip it around, do it again.
I added a half an inch to each side of the adjoining wood pieces and cut those pieces at 45 degrees. Those pieces will meet to make a 90-degree angle. To make sure each board was cut to size, I did a quick hanging using tape to hold it in place. Looking good.
So we're coming close to the wire. One thing though, I did have to substitute the liquid nails for wood glue and E6000. So I'm going to use a combination of both. And the reason why is I'm in Vegas and it's hot. It's 90 degrees today. And I'm not in a well ventilated area. I would either have to leave the windows open and smother or have the air on and then those fumes would circulate throughout the house, and I don't want that. So I'm going to use the wood glue and the E6000 on the border trim, affix it to the mantle. It may take a little bit more drying time, but it's what we got. So let's get started with it. Okay, everybody, I'm done with day one. I've got the border trim glued to the mantle. I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours to make sure that it stays secure. I'll come back in the morning, check it out, and then we can move on to the next step. If there are no gaps, then I will not have to use wood putty, but I have a feeling that there'll be a little bit of wood putty that I'll need to use just to make sure everything looks seamless. All right. Yay, we're almost there. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and clean up. So to start out, I'm going to put a little putty here in the corner. And doesn't seem to be a lot of other places that it's needed. So let's get this done. Oh, I should tell you. So I have some plastic wood and it's in brown, which should match the color of the mantle, but I'll be painting the border trim the same color as the mantle. So even if it doesn't match,
still good. So just pour a little out just to create that seam between both places. And then I'll be sanding this out once it dries. But we do need to give it approximately 2 to 6 hours for it to dry. But like I mentioned, this is Vegas. And even though it's March and it's 90 degrees out, this can dry in no time at all. So while I was painting, I thought about how to bring additional color or a little pop to our focal point. And I'm going to do it with this light. To attach the light, I placed the 3M stickers to the back of the light, and I made sure not to place the sticker over the part of the battery cover that would not allow me to open it when I need to change its batteries. This LED light has multiple colors and settings, and I'll be sure to leave the information in a link below. Okay, let's test it out. Doesn't this mantle and fireplace symbolize tranquility? Don't be afraid to add darker hues like this deep brown color to accentuate a focal point, especially if you have a room that brings in a lot of natural light. Well, that's it, friends. I thank you so much for joining me today for Sherry's DIY Secrets. I hope that the DIY that I brought you today inspires you to do a DIY of your own. I'll be back here next week. Please join me for another DIY project. Bye, friends. See you soon.